Hello, lovelies. So I am here with the same intro and with another reading for you. And I will just go with it. So, with today's readings, we have all the cards upside down. Is this bad? No, it isn't. Nothing entirely is bad. It's really about the interpretation, it's really about what you do with what it is that you hear, with your experience. And that's why I have this channel as well. It's just to bring another perspective that might benefit you. But at the end of the day, again, you are you. You should supposed to listen to yourself because you have a beautiful system within yourself that is telling you if there's something to it or not. So let's go with it. Let's start with it. So here I have the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords upside down, and beneath, I have the Hierophant upside down as well. Next, I have the Judgment in reverse that is paired with Knight of Cups in reverse. And beneath, I have Ten of Pentacles in reverse. And for the supportive messages here, I have Knight of Wands in reverse. And beneath is the Hanged Man in reverse as well. So what this tells me is it's a feeling of isolation. It's a person that is feeling left out by either family, friends, partner, or society at large. It's a person that is feeling disconnected with themselves, maybe with a purpose, or it can be with the community. I do feel it can be both. It's really interesting for me to read kind of to myself when I'm doing these readings, or just to no one. And it's quite different when I have someone in front of me because my readings are much more narrowed. They go on a certain way, but when I'm doing this reading, a lot of variations open. So I will try to include as many thoughts or as many people as possible. And I'll just continue. So I'm saying this because it's really up to you to discern what resonates with you. And trust me, you have the inner system. Trust yourself. Actually, you have the inner system that is guiding you, that is telling you what does resonate with you and what does not. And that's the most precious thing there. There might be a part of the reading that will resonate and part that it won't. So listen to yourself, trust yourself. So again, it's talking about a person who is feeling some kind of a disconnection. It feels like this person is feeling very left out, or it feels like they are living in a world that is cold. Because the Queen of Swords, when it's upside down, it's a person. When I will explain when it's up, when this card is upright. So it's a person who is very good with discernment, a person who is really good with logic, because swords represent our communication, and they represent also our knowledge, our mental space. So with Queen of Swords here, this is a person who is also very transformative with her words, but it's also a person who is speaking from the heart, a person that is honest and transparent and is using her knowledge for the good, a person who is connected with the empathy. So she's speaking her truth, but with empathy in mind, with a mind of other people. She's not just being raw, honest, without compassion, but quite contrary. But when this card is upside down, it's again talking about a person, very logical again, but being really cold about it. It's like a person who is disconnected from their heart. It's kind of a person who is maybe fearing the vulnerability, a person who has maybe been hurt and maybe sees the love and vulnerability as part of weakness. That's why they're suppressing this part. Now, this is something that you can resonate with, or it's something that you feel that you are surrounded, it's the people that you're surrounded with. And it feels like it's really hard for you to express and also show the vulnerability, although that you want to. So beneath it, I have the Hierophant in reverse. So this is a person, again, if it's upside down, it talks about rebellious action, feeling like you're not connected with your community. Again, partnership, friends, family, take it with your situation if there is one. So again, a person who is feeling disconnection with the community. And it's also talking to me about a person who is unconventional thinker. And unconventional in your environment can mean that you also have the knowledge, you have the skills, but you might be ridiculed when it comes to showing that you care, showing your vulnerability, showing your love. maybe this in your environment can be seen as weakness because people themselves are not comfortable with their vulnerability and are maybe also seeing this as a weakness because they've been taught so. Um, my experience here is that when it comes to people maybe expressing something with anger, with more coldness, um, again, it differs from person to person. But what I came to realize, especially when I talk with people one on one, that there's a majority of us that actually care, but how we express our care is in a different ways. There are some people that will cry, and there are some people who will be angry. But if you sit with your emotions long enough, you'll see that there's care beneath it because you don't go angry just for no reason. You get angry at the specific things because they matter to you. There's something to it. It's because you care. It's because you haven't been heard. It's because you feel like you don't have support or people are not listening to you. There can be um, many different reasons with it. I will leave this to you, and I will really encourage you here to sit with your anger if this is your situation, because if you will sit with it long enough, it will fade out, but it will also show you that there's so much to it. There's many different reasons where people are impulsive or respond angrily, and they know that they have this issue and want to fix it. But you cannot fix it if you're not accepting that this is your reaction. So allow yourself to accept this, because maybe why people yell is because they literally don't feel heard. And that's why they need to raise their voices, because they don't feel heard. So if you want to fix this with yourself, you have to allow yourself to be heard. You have to listen to yourself and trust yourself. Not just trust yourself, allow yourself for this anger to fade out, because it will, and to dig deeper, to expand to what it is there, allowing yourself to have more of a bigger, fuller picture when it comes to why you feel this way. And when you are approaching yourself with this curiosity and love, you will not just accept yourself with this reaction, but you will also expand yourself when it comes to understanding why there's this reaction, which will also help you then to make the next step, which is how it is that you want to respond, and you allowing yourself to come with a new perspective, a new reaction, and practice on it. Another thing that I want to say, it's also allowing yourself for this to be a process, especially if this was your reaction that has been present throughout your life. It takes time to allow yourself, not to allow yourself, but for a new reaction to sink, to get under your skin. So again, it will be a process. But every time that you allow yourself to go a little bit slower, now I understand that in each moment you will not have the possibility to sit with your emotions, but you always have time afterwards to reflect on it. And there's some special relief when it comes to you giving yourself what it is that you need, although that person on the other hand or on the other side could not give you what it is that you needed. So for example, if you needed to yell because if you're sitting with yourself, you just wanted to be heard and you never felt heard, that's why you have to raise your voice. But then on the other side, there's also another person with their baggage and their trauma, and they're also in defense mechanism. So you are both just reacting to the emotions, right? And you feel not heard and so on. So what helps here, again, it's really hard to hold the space for other people where you also feel right, where you also feel unheard. So what helps is sit with yourself and allowing yourself to put all the emotions out there and allowing yourself, or just giving yourself what it is that you need, and come with a bigger understanding and with more clarity when it comes to what happened in the situation. Because when we are not being heard, when we feel that we're not being heard, we might perceive that as a situation where another person is not giving or purposefully hurting us. That's why we have this reaction, right? It may seem like this. This may be your situation. This might not be a situation. But one thing is for sure, that when we are angry, we don't see things quite clearly. So if you want to see things clearly, if you want to have a conversation that goes more smoothly, it's good to sit with your emotions and giving yourself what it is that you need. And not just for the sake of yourself, but in general to see the whole situation more clearly. So that's what I see with this card. Again, a person who maybe feels like they are in a world that is hard cold, or a person who is also within themselves um, dealing with changing the patterns of how they react moving forward. I'm so sorry. I just ate something and I'm burping, so I will take some pauses. Um, Continuing forward, we have here the Judgment in reverse paired with Knight of Cups, and that is also in reverse, and beneath the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So the Judgment, when it's in reverse, it can literally mean that you feel judged and that you feel criticized when it comes to expressing yourself fully. So the Judgment card, when it's upright, it's really calling you to a purpose. It's like Archangel Gabriel that comes and awakens these people. And this is metaphorically connected with, you having a certain purpose, you feeling a certain purpose in your life, or like a certain vocation or a certain mission. This can be in a way why, you thinking what is worth living, why is worth living on this world, and having this plan and image, how it is that you want to live your life in a way that feels fulfilling for you. Excuse me. So when it's upside down, it feels like you have this aha moment, you know your mission, you know your purpose, but you don't feel like you want to take the next step. It's a feeling of stagnation. It's a feeling of fear of being judged, fear of being seen and not putting this out. And because here it is paired with the Knight of Cups in reverse, it's connected with the Mothers of Card. It's connected with being emotionally open and not being afraid to express how it is that you feel. And this is connected especially with the feelings of love and especially with the feelings of vulnerability. Whatever in your culture, whatever to you means vulnerable, this can literally mean showing love and taking the risk of being ridiculed. Because the Knight of Cups, when it's upright, is a messenger of love. This person is willing to take things slowly. They have their heart pure. This is represented by white horse here. It's connected with purity. It's a person who has a message and wants to share it and give it out to the world. When it's upside down, again, it's actions that are led by closed heart and led more by fear than love. So I do feel here your challenge is sharing yourself vulnerably. This can literally mean you have a certain talent, the knowledge, the heart in place when you're by yourself. And for you, maybe the next step now is to share yourself, and to work with the fear of being seen and the fear of being judged and fear of being criticized. Because the beneath here, we have Ten of Pentacles in reverse, which is again connected also with feeling disconnection within the family, literally, but it can again mean being disconnected from the society at large. Again, it's really up to how you resonate with it. We see here a man that has white hair. This is also representing the wisdom that this person gained. But Ten of Pentacles in general, they are talking about the legacy. So this person is wise. They were following their mission, their purpose, and they earned the money that now is that also their children or his children can enjoy. So it's money that is not just enough for yourself, but your whole family. But in this sense, it can mean, again, being connected with your purpose, trusting yourself that you have the wisdom, that you have something to share. And it's also talking about when it comes to being disconnected, maybe with your family, community, whatever it is, when it's upside down, it is talking about honoring your roots while making sure how you want to shape your legacy or what kind of a legacy you want to leave behind. Again, it talks about having peace with the circumstances that maybe you grew up in, having peace with the past. And again, it talks about the knowledge and wisdom that comes from, okay, this happened to me. Now, what will I do with it? Will I allow it to hinder me, or will I allow myself to use this as advantage and make gold out of it? So again, talking about honoring the roots and making your own legacy. It talks about protecting yourself, protecting what it is that you built, while also sharing your blessings with other people. So there's this balance of making boundaries for yourself. Where are you putting your time and energy, but not building a wall around you where you are um, disconnected from the people or not willing to share because there's some fear revolt around it, as a sense of you feel like people are not safe. Again, if this is your situation, that is fine. But it's again having the awareness of where are your tendencies coming from. Is this coming from you um, feeling that, let me think about it. Is this coming from a place where you honor yourself, you honor your time and energy, and you are in a situation where reciprocity is important? So you have to choose and give your time and energy to the people or to the project that will reciprocate what it is that you need. Or is your situation maybe that you can give more freely? It depends on the situation. Or is this coming from a place where you don't feel safe, you are rigidly holding on to your wealth? Or I will say in this situation, you are compensating or taking as an excuse that you will not share your knowledge. It doesn't have to be resources, but not sharing your knowledge because they don't deserve it, because they are bad, whatever is the situation. But actually, if you're completely honest and transparent with yourself, is your fear of being seen, your fear of risking that you might be judged, or that you'll have to deal with the shame and the guilt. So this card really talks, or just the whole reading, it really talks about risking doing what is right to you, what you feel in your bones that is right, for the sake of shame, guilt, or the fear of being seen. Again, it's not just pushing yourself out there, it's also finding a loving balance between, this is called tintering, right? It's exposing yourself little by little, opening your heart little by little to the discomfort that is there. Because one thing, again, like, I know I am reading these readings in the comfort of my space, but when I am out there with people as well, I am using this also as an exercise to expose myself little by little, to show myself more truly, more fully, to expose my fears. I am very anxious. I have a lot of anxiety when it comes to people. Just this example that I gave when it comes to people not feeling safe to me. It's something that I'm feeling as well, but I know this is not the truth and I want to change it. And one thing is having the knowledge, and the other thing is, doing it when you are with people. So I'm here with you, because when it comes to repattering, changing your beliefs, changing your patterns, especially when it comes to working with trauma, it's not enough that you just rationally understand that. If that would be enough, a lot of us would be healed, right? It's really feeling or releasing this tension in your body, because trauma is stored in a body. This means literally that the response in your body was not finalized. So when you're working in any type of trauma therapy, it's not just working on awareness, on understanding what is going on within you. It's being exposed. Or there's many different ways, but I will, for the sake of this reading not being too long, I will just portray this in one way, where you are being exposed little by little to the discomfort that you feel. It doesn't have to be necessarily the story that you connect with it. It's not, fully bringing the full picture in what happened. It's for the sake of reawakening this sensation in your body, so you can allow your body to fully feel it, to fully have the response through it, and to release this from your body. Because you can rationally understand that people can be safe, right? Not everyone is evil. But when you are with people, you don't feel this within your body, right? You feel tense, you feel like you don't know what you want to say, you are overthinking of things that you want to say, la di da di da. So that's what we are trying to work with, not just rationally understanding it, which is important, and it is one of the steps. But the other step is allowing yourself to fully express what was not expressed, to let go, to release this tension that is stored in your nervous system, and to gain also a new perspective. That's why working with the body, somatic healing, is important. Now, there is EDMR, I think. No, sorry, I said this incorrectly. ERDM. It's eye movement. No, I said it again. EMDR, I think. eye eye movement. I think it's eye movement desensitization. I'm so bad with this name. Reprocessing, something like this. Anyway, what this means is you are. There's many different ways, but in one way you can look at the flashlight that a therapist is having, and it's moving this flashlight left and right, and you are connecting slowly with the memories that traumatized you. And what it's doing is balancing the activation, left and right activities in your brain, kind of helping you with the trauma, with releasing these emotions. So this is one of the techniques that it has been proven that it works. Anyway, back to the reading, so I don't go too far to this. Just also for the information, I am not certified or licensed or educated enough to give you the solutions. I highly encourage you to seek the help with the professionals. I'm here also because I love to read about these things. I do feel there are things that are available here and that are written by the doctors, by the professionals, and that are available for you to read as well. Again, use your own discernment. I do believe on one hand that also we have a complete system within ourselves. So whatever piques your interest, it's good to follow it and to follow it. Whether this is a therapist, whether this is a book. So okay, this is what is going on. So kind of an isolation that was real for sure. It happened in your life, but it's also projecting this isolation or feeling of loneliness or being afraid on the people, on the environment, because we're dragging these memories, and it's the stories that we're telling ourselves, and this might be, or most likely is going on into your subconscious. So in order to reach this, we have to sit with ourselves and be curious where this is coming from. But as I said, again, if you read about trauma, seek your own knowledge. But according to trauma, it's not enough. It is a step, and it's a supportive step that you are aware of it. But again, it's allowing yourself to feel. That's why they are saying, right, the feeling is healing, because trauma is set in your nervous system. It's unexpressed defense that was not fully expressed in a moment, and it's stuck there. That's why we're doing this somatic healing, somatic exercises to allow ourselves to express these emotions. Again, this can be done in different form. You will feel it, how your body wants to react. You'll feel it. Again, our bodies are so smart, and they know what to do, because you will feel, for example, to shake your body, to punch a pillow, or it can be as simple as just taking a deep breath of release. These are all the ways, and everything is valid. It depends on your reaction. It could be fight, or being frozen. Again, each reaction is valid. So your body is smart, and your body knows what needs to do. And I will finish this message with some supportive messages that we have here. We have here Knight of Wands in reverse, and beneath we have the Hanged Man in reverse. So the Knight of Wands in reverse, it talks about impulsivity. To me, in this context, it talks about a person who is reactive when it comes to their response. Doesn't necessarily have to be anger, although it can be an angry response, but it talks about impulsivity. Again, which is really normal when it comes to us being triggered, right? We are called to fight for ourselves, although that there's not necessarily a real threat out there. We can respond really abruptly, but we are here to learn about ourselves, to live more peacefully, and for our reactions to be more mature, and for our reactions to not take so much energy from ourselves. And this will consequentially also allow you to have better relationship, not just with yourself, but with other people. So this is the impulsiveness, reacting to the emotions. And again, when it comes in general here, the message is to sit with your emotions, to allow yourself to feel the emotions, not to negate them. Even if you don't like your response, even if you have some remorse over how you handle things, it's really looking for the relief when it comes to being transparent with yourself. And it really comes with being, I'm babbling a little bit. It really talks about having integrity with being honest with yourself and other people when it comes to how you feel. Trust me that if you will come and apologize, if this is your honest reaction, if you'll come and apologize to a person, they will see this as a part of maturity and integrity. I know that we feel a lot of shame when it comes to our reactions and we want to hold this to ourselves, but there's some relief that comes from yourself when you allow yourself to be transparent with yourself and being honest. Yes, that was my reaction. And when you're being honest with other people, because this shows the maturity, this shows the integrity that you have, where you are allowing yourself to make mistakes, especially in this world where I feel like maybe you or in general we're not taught to make mistakes and to apologize them, for more to cover them, to show that we're strong and nothing gets to us, right? But again, back to the card: impulsivity, sitting with your emotions, allowing you to feel what it is that you feel, not taming it, but trust me that even with time it will fade away. If it will go too strong, if you will be too triggered, I really recommend you to have your grounding story. How would I explain this? To have your safe space. So going back to your safe space, this can be in your mind, a person that you trust, a certain feeling that you have of safety when it comes to, again, it can be a person, it can be something that you love, it can be your own room. It's whatever that makes you feel safe. So if things get too intense, once again, this can be your natural response, and it's a process of allowing yourself to fully express what is stored in your nervous system. But again, if it's too intense, allowing yourself to do gradual steps and to connect with the space that feels safe to you. Again, love yourself, allowing yourself to have a natural and organic process when it comes to this. And it's really up to you how fast or how slow you want to go with this. And then again, with the Hanged Man here in reverse, when this card is upright, it talks about a person who is surrendering to gain a bigger perspective. So again, it's kind of a suggestion for you to go slowly. We have impulsiveness on one hand, and beneath we have go slow, take time. I know this might feel uncomfortable to you because maybe in your world, resting and taking time for things was seen as lazy or was seen as waste of time. That's why maybe in your system it feels like waste of time. Again, sit with it, go deeper with it. There's no one recipe for all. Everything that I'm saying maybe might apply just to few people. So again, your body is smart. Your body knows what it needs to do and how it feels. Listen to your body. And again, if you need guidance, look for the professional. But again, if you might feel restful when it comes to rest, when you feel like you're missing something, where you feel like you're maybe overthinking, and although all of these thoughts are nice, again, it's giving yourself space of a little bit of a nothingness, of peace, of focusing more on your body, because thinking so much and enjoying your thoughts is also maybe a compensation of not listening to your body and allowing your body to process things as well. Again, take it as it resonates. This is just one of the examples. So is redefining what peace means to you or what rest means to you. Because trust me, if you need rest, your body will be grateful when you go with it. But in your mind, it might feel, you might feel a resistance. So not everything that is good for us will at first feel logical, if you want to. Would first feel like it makes sense. Would at first feel like it's right. Because we don't choose what is good for us, we choose what is familiar. This is our nervous system. It's like, as an example, you can look at the couples when there's a very violent man, let's say, for the sake of this explanation, and there's a woman who is getting beaten, and you can look at this couple and be like, why is she still there? Why is she still choosing this man? Why she's not walking away? So besides many other reasons, which can be financial, just for the sake of this story, I will stick to just one thing that I'm trying to explain. So again, it's we are not choosing what is good for us, we're choosing what is familiar. So for the sake of this story, the truth here can be that this person, that's all that they know, that's all that they know their whole life. So we are choosing what is familiar and not what is unfamiliar, because again, it can rationally make sense to us, but if we didn't experience it in our bodies, we might feel first a resistance. So be conscious of it, explore it, and give yourself a varieties of help: resting, meditation, breath work, talk with a person that is feels like safe to you, going into nature. Give yourself the varieties, and again, listening to your body, because your mind will go 100 an hour, but your body knows, it will tell you, because when you have a traumatic response in your body, you feel like you want to get up, shake a little bit. And these are all normal responses. That's why on some somatic healing, you feel like people acting crazy a little bit and you laugh at them. But again, this is a way of body releasing the stored defense that was not fully expressed. It's really normal. So it might feel shameful, it might feel whatever, it might feel uncomfortable. But again, listen to yourself, take small gradual step if that is what you need. Look professional help if that's what is more comfortable to you. But again, there's a lot of knowledge out there. Be mindful which knowledge you are, of course, consuming. And I know you are. I don't know why I said this. I don't want to be a preacher here. But yeah, I will finish this reading here because it's already quite long. And I hope that this reading brought you some clarity. My intention here is again to connect you more with your inner guiding system. This is my personal belief. I believe that within ourselves we have a perfect system. It's just we are lost in the noise, in so many noises, that it's really hard to trust our voice or even find it, or feel like we don't know what it is that we want or which voice is ours. So again, it's a practice, and I encourage you to do so. And these are my readings as well. I really want you to listen to yourself, use your own discernment when it comes to listening or consuming anything. And yeah, again, I hope that this inspired you. I hope it brought some clarity, and I will see you with the next reading.